So as always, we're going to start with a few deep breaths, nice and slow and deep, in and out, and in and out. Just repeat that a few times. Really fill your lungs, feel your chest expand and your stomach expand. And then bring your breathing back to normal. You need to make sure that we're in a comfortable position. Have your back supported. If you're in a chair, or you can lie, however you feel comfortable. And don't forget that as we do this today, that your mind may wander, or you may fall asleep, and that's absolutely fine. So you just relax with your mind. If your mind wanders, that can sometimes wander to somewhere that's helpful or insightful. But if it's not, if you just gently bring it back to where you are. We're going to start with relaxing our legs. So start with your toes and your feet. Just scrunch them up really tightly. Hold for a second and then let them go. And just feel the relaxation, that peace drift over your feet. And then up into our legs, we're going to do the same thing. Scrunch, you might want to squeeze your knees together, tighten your calves. And relax them. And then up into the stomach, we're going to squeeze your tummy in, get your back nice and tight. Hold for a couple of seconds and then relax. And then into your chest and your arms and your shoulders, just pull those really tightly. You might want to pull your shoulders up to your ears. And then relax again, just let that sense of peace and relaxation flow over your arms, through your hands into your fingers. And then your neck, just tense your neck up and relax. Just allow your head to become freer. And then into our minds. So we're just going to still and calm our minds. Just imagine it stilling like a water, like a body of water, like a mill pond. Nice and still, calm and relaxed. All those thoughts that are bubbling away will just quieten down. And then we're just going to focus on our breathing for another little minute. So we're not going to try and alter it now, but just to become aware of how our body breathes. So think about your stomach, become aware of that, how it moves. And then become aware of the movement of your chest as you slowly breathe in and out. So our muscles work to draw air into our body, and then they rest as the air comes out. So our breathing is a rhythm of work and rest. Just focus on that rhythm for a little minute. Allow your body to bring itself to a relaxed state. Now I'll just ask God to be with us as we imagine. So Father God, as we devote this time to you, would you come and meet us? Would you help us to put everything aside and allow our minds and our spirits to connect with you. Open our ears and our hearts and our minds to hear anything you want to say to us today. And be with us now. We're going to picture in our minds a scene by Lake Galilee. Just picture yourself in a group of people. Some of the disciples, and Jesus is there too. What can you see? What can you hear? And a few of you go into the home of one of the disciples. What does it feel like? What can you see? What can you smell? And then you sit down for a meal together. It's a relaxed, happy time. There's lots of chatter. And then Jesus beckons you to come outside to the quietness, away from the hustle and bustle. And you go with him, and it's just the two of you now. Are you going to sit next to each other or walk next to each other? And Jesus invites you now to share with him whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart. So just take that opportunity now. And then when you've finished telling Jesus all that you want to, listen as he responds to what you've shared with him. Maybe feelings or images or words or thoughts that he uses to speak to you with. Just become aware of those now. Hear him say your name and wait for his response. And then we'll just take some time to let anything that Jesus has said to us to settle in our hearts. We're going to hold on to those things and those feelings, and we'll just be still in God's presence. Just rest in the warmth of his love and enjoy in the peace that he brings. ready, in your own time, just gently bring yourself back to this time, this place. Let's start by just doing some physical movement. Give your toes a wiggle or your fingers. Maybe roll your shoulders. You might want to have a stretch. That's the end of our meditation.